I'm here. Sorry about that. StreamYard was janking up for some reason. I don't know what was going on, but we're here, ready to panel, uh, ready to hang out, chat, chew the fat. This is where it's at. Hey, Daniel Barry, Pat S, Mike. I have a little experimental model I want to try with Mike tonight, if and when he's ready to come up, or possibly come up. That's the thing I want to try. Anyway, what's up, everybody? This is open panel. It's Monday, so the cycle begins again. It begins anew. No, I thought of another way to make money. That's all. It's because here's my problem. Half the people want Mike. They come for Mike. That's who they're waiting for. That's who they bought the ticket and stood in line to see. And the other half swallow their vomit when he comes on and run for the nearest exit door as soon as they can. And so it's kind of a way to gauge what to do with him at any given time. I personally don't have. When I have put it this way, when I have a private mic, I just take him off the panel. See, it's already the mic show, and I think I did it to myself. Although he was the first in chat, so that's probably why he's on my brain. That little agmatic devil. So anyway, what's going on today? I just worked. That's all. Um, and I think the news was, let's see, the protest, the LA protest. Hey, Vinny, which some people are saying are astroturfed, but they said that about the George Floyd protest too. And then other people are saying, no, there's no way you could astroturf this. It's way too real. But after living through 2020, these protests don't engage my interest at all. So I haven't even been looking at them. Um, Other than that, let's see who's streaming. We could maybe peek in on. Nobody. Neurojack, unless you want to see him. He's watching videos, it looks like. What has streaming become? Right. Oh, banana. I was looking at that. Yeah. That's how crazy are I was looking at it to see if it was one of ours. I'm like, "Oh god, I probably know those people." And then it was people I had never heard of. But I'm like, "How dumb do you have to be?" Like that's so stupid. He went and that his YouTube rival and streamed it on the live stream. So please don't see that as the new bar that y'all all have to clear. I don't know. Maybe. Probably. It sounds like something Trump would do. Like I said, I haven't really been following it. Because the headlines, depending on the source, the headlines change and they're very slanted in one direction or the other. So it's hard to tell what's really going on. Yeah, this is just they're playing out gang warfare and mob warfare through the YouTube instead of the streets or wherever they do it, their neighborhoods. Um, and to me, it's stupid. It's why would you want all that publicly archived? That doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like the real deal would handle stuff that way. So I don't know. I'm at just the threshold of crazy that I'm crazy and risk that I'm comfortable with. I don't want to push that edge anymore. In fact, I'm trying to rein it in actually. Especially because if I reach 1,000 and I become part of that ad program, I think they're even more fussy about the guidelines if there's advertisers on your channel. So I might have to clean it up even more. He's one of the people that made that little list I was talking about the other day. That's too risky. I want to be when I do these panels. It's partly for my mental health as well, and I want to be relaxed and in a good place to run the panel, and not an anxious, constantly worried pace. And with certain people, I have to constantly have my hand on the button, and so I can never be fully engaged and relaxed in the panel when I have to babysit what they might say. And so he's not the only one. I got tired of having those people on in general. I don't want to have to work that hard to run a panel when I can save that spot for somebody that I know will come on panel and contribute to the conversation and not push things too far, and that will actively help the panel grow, like elevate itself. So I'd much rather have those people on. And I know what the next question is. Why do I have a certain person on all the time then? Well, I'll let y'all ponder that for a while. He's not. See, what did I say? I know my audience. Um, no, he sometimes is and sometimes isn't. But he's not on that. Hey, Moose. He's not on that little short permanent list. But believe it or not, with Mike, I don't have to babysit the button the whole time he's on, like I do with some other people. I really don't. Mike doesn't push things that far until he starts trolling and doxing people. But in our ordinary conversation, Mike's not here to like. He's not a shock jock. Well, his own little special way he is, but that's more physical than verbal. No, you know the list, Sean. I did in the beginning. I did because people were telling me horrible things about you. Like you were one of the biggest trolls on the. They were saying the stuff about you that people try to warn me about Mike. That's why people that don't know the history of my channel or the earlier iterations of it. I've been through this before, like probably 7, 8, 10 times with people warning me about other people on this channel and why you shouldn't let that person on your panel. And it's a pattern, and it follows the same pattern almost every time. And all those people were warning me about each other. And all I could say is I know, but they say the same thing about you. I know, but they're also saying that I know, but if I take your word on this, then I have to apply it to you too, because other people are saying the exact same thing, and it just became this circular accusation of everybody trying to warn me of everybody else. He is good. I've grown to develop a great respect for Moose. It, you just his It Moose reveals himself over time. You have to put in the work to get to know him. And then once you do, you start to understand the trolling and you start to understand what's not trolling. And you can see that he's not just a troll. There's multiple layers in there. Trumpstein, I don't even know who you are, so probably because you said something that irritated me, or that push toss, or probably about Mike when he wasn't. A lot of people come here and they throw out little things about Mike when he's not even here or he's not even starting anything. I didn't like him at first. I guess this is the True Confessions episode. I didn't like him at first because I think you came in with that drama community and you were kind of antagonistic and hostile. You didn't seem to like me very much, and you seemed to be here to troll and antagonize. But then you kept making me laugh. And I don't know, you kind of just stuck around. I didn't really do anything to actively discourage you. Because that's the other thing. You did all that stuff, but you also didn't do anything to get banned. So you managed to walk that line between being an irritant, but somehow not crossing the few little lines I had that would get you banned. And so you managed to stick around. You did enough of a tap dance to stick around. And now here you are, you're a regular, and I don't even notice that you're here. And it almost seems like it wouldn't be a chat without you. So that's kind of an accomplishment, actually. You think so? Hello, Ricardo. Yeah, I think that's what happened is Moose and I developed a respect for each other as individuals above and beyond anything else. Like it transcended categories like troll and this and that. And then everything else got reoriented around that. Unless that's part of the troll, in which case then he is the master. He is the best troll ever. I guess you did. Like almost like a hallucinogenic fungus. Sometimes. Hello, Nunzio. Nunzio, we were talking about that thing on the news about in Vegas with that YouTuber, those two YouTubers. And so I hope you settled I hope you not settled. I hope you buried your thing with Doc. I hope that's over. I hope you put that silliness behind you from decades ago. Because people are getting crazy with this stuff, and I don't want it. I was worried it was somebody I knew at first when I saw the headline. And I'm like, oh Lord, let me check the details here, because this could be somebody that actually made their way across my part of the Panelverse, if not my own channel. But it was people I had never heard of, but they were live streamers and they were beefing. You talking about at the Bellagio? And it was in Vegas. He went on the strip and just got the guy live on his live stream. So I don't know. I can't tap into that kind of crazy. I just to me that's really stupid and really extreme. Do you have any light to shed?
Yeah, I mean, when people run their mouth over the internet, don't expect nothing to happen. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
you don't expect that to happen.
oh, I mean, the
It's
dude
just words.
he was calling his woman's job. He was, trolling him, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was going real life on him. So he had enough, and the guy got what he got. That's it.
Yeah, but you don't escalate to violence like that. At least in civilized society, you don't. We leave that to the people that are authorized for it.
Yeah. So it was his wife and him who got slaughtered on the Las Vegas Strip by the Bellagio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of the YouTubers.
yeah. I knew the
Find
kid
this other
Manny too.
YouTuber.
I knew the kid Manny too. Well, I didn't know him personally, but I would go to his like streams and shit like that. You know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yo. We don't know what's real and not real and what's play and not play and pretend and all that. But then this shit happens. You're like, yike.
Yeah, I mean, look at it like this, Jeff. If a person goes real life on you, right? You have one or two options: call authorities or handle it yourself.
It just seems really stupid to try to do it yourself. Hey, Plasma, welcome.
And what were you saying about Doc?
Are y'all done? Did you squash whatever
No,
your thing was with him?
I have.
Because
I don't.
I don't want to pull up a news story and see the two of you in it.
No, you won't. That won't ever happen.
All
You know,
right.
you never see me in a news story.
Because it'd be nice if y'all could do just a live and let live type of thing.
I
So
mean,
what's up with you? How was your day?
it was great. I had a phenomenal day. I went to the pool. I ate some food. I got some Chinese food. I didn't order chow mein. You know, I don't like that shit, and I had enough money to buy my own food. So it was pretty good. I had a great day. How was
That
your day?
sounds nice, especially the pool.
Yep. How'd your day go?
Just work. Just another Monday. But we're finally getting our summer though.
Yeah.
So
Yep. And you know, that's it. So what's the weather like over there?
it was hot today for the first time all year. I was in my winter coat like a week ago. Hey, Vinny.
Yo, Vinny, salute.
Yo, salute. I'll be right back. I just got to shut something else off. I'll be right back.
Got you, cuz. No, I didn't pay. I got what did I get today? I got white rice and spear ribs.
Is this delivery or you went
Yeah.
to a restaurant?
No, no, I got it
I
delivered.
haven't had good Chinese in forever. That sounds so good.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. You know, that's what I normally get, and they also had like an egg roll too as well. You know, this summer's gonna be crazy though, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear witness. This is the first one that happened on YouTube. There's gonna be a few more. I guarantee you.
You talking about the heat? Or
Yeah,
you talking about the what do you know?
I don't know nothing, but I know what's going on YouTube is that there's gonna be more fights. There's gonna be
Why? This is
arguments.
crazy.
There's going to be more arguments. There's going to be more transgressions to come with this shit. You know.
I could understand fights and arguments because they seem to thrive on that, but it's the real life stuff that I'm talking about. Like that's it's just out of hand. And
Well,
you think there's going to be more of it? Not that this is gonna
this is just the beginning of it. Now everybody's going to want to make a name for themselves.
like it's a new trend.
Yeah,
That's so. What? You'd have to be an idiot to follow this trend. Like to think this is a cool trend to follow,
I don't think it's a cool trend. Like you said, you have to be an idiot to bring this shit to YouTube. You know, if you
or
really
just any social media. Oh, if I don't like someone on social media, let me go take care of it and then put it on social media.
well, from my understanding, the guy was recorded. So listen, the guy that got shot, his friend slapped Manny's phone out of his hand. So Manny, in retaliation, walked up to the guy and put and him and his wife down.
Salute, Nunzio.
Yeah,
Salute.
but they said there was a post on social media, on his social media, from like days earlier,
Salute, Jeff.
Yeah, no, he was following the guy around.
suggesting that he was gonna do like it didn't seem spontaneous.
No, it wasn't spontaneous. It was premeditated. Yo, Vinny, you heard about this shit going on?
Uh, which which stuff?
in Vegas.
The shit in Vegas.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, yeah. What are the odds?
Mhm.
I know, huh?
At the Bellagio. You
I
know
didn't
what I'm
even question that it was Vegas.
How you been?
I've been hanging in there, cuz, just doing what I got to do, eating very well, working out. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with the family. Um, you know, drinking some Johnny Walker Black. You know what I'm saying? Just living my life. Smoking a nice cigar.
It's good to hear you happy, man.
Yeah, I'm happy.
That's
You
good.
know, I'm not here to argue with people over the internet because look what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Huh? Oh yeah.
Some psychopath, could take out a whole family. You know what I'm saying? Just in the
Yeah.
drop of a dime. You know
I
what
know
I'm
it's crazy. It's like a Batman movie or
Jeff,
something.
didn't in the '80s some like crazy lady astronaut drive like ridiculous hours wearing a diaper to go do something to another male astronaut, like back in the '80s? So you never know what somebody's going to be capable of on this YouTube streets. You never know.
Exactly.
You don't think, but here you got a lady astronaut. I forget the story. It was a lady astronaut. She wore Depends or a diaper, and I don't know if she killed the guy or whatever, but she was obsessed with this. But she was an astronaut from NASA.
Wow.
Is okay, Lisa Nowak. Let's see. Um,
Yeah, show her face, Jeff. Like if you could show her, and I don't know, she just got downloaded to me.
all
No,
right. Well,
no.
So,
this is her Wikipedia
so is
article.
that.
Now read what she did. You got to blow her.
This
Read
looks
what she did.
Photoshop, like pasted on. All
How
right.
old is this woman? She looks like Tyler Durden.
It happened in the '80s, and I'm just so she's got to be fucking way out there by
Lisa Marie Caputo.
now. But read what she did. Like this is like I don't know. You don't have to. It's just getting downloaded from it. But so like Jeff, you never know. You never know the most prestigious person and whatever. You're gonna get doing something. You push the right button on anything.
Right. That's why I don't worry about it. But then I don't want to be walking down the street and
No, you
like
don't have to worry
some
about it.
random audience member.
People who vibrate on a higher frequency in life usually don't run into the low life like that because
Well,
you're
you
above it.
do on here. This is not the most
Well,
high
here's a different.
frequency.
Here is where you're doing the work, Jeff. Here's, you know what I'm saying? We're doing the work on this platform to get the word on the street.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've already had people make videos of me
You got to agree, though,
getting
Jeff. Right?
killed.
I mean, since 2020, since I've been doing this, I mean, spreading awareness on anything that's positive, make somebody, just one person, look at something differently to change the trajectory in their life. Hey, that's what we're here for. I mean, it's better than just sitting there watching fucking reruns of whatever on TV all day long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Mom
and
is
it is what
back.
it is, and you are who you are. So if you're a scumbag in real fucking life, you're gonna come off
You're
as
going
a
to be a
scumbag.
scumbag on YouTube.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe that.
And people are realizing that, whoa, I'm a real scum. And like nobody's ever told them that. Like someone like Trump or somebody. Yes, Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. So you got people that never told anybody, or
Yeah.
nobody's ever been punched in the face. Nobody's ever, it's just stuff like that. But no one's ever been told, go fuck yourself. A good old go fuck yourself. There's a lot of people out there that need to hear that. And I think we're here to do it.
Yeah. I think it's healthy to hear that. Go fuck yourself,
If that
baby.
makes any sense in a positive way.
It does. No, I think it's very good for mental health.
Because inevitably we want people to change for the better. And not saying it's our job to change anybody, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like we just, our frequencies are for positivity. None of this fucking, I'm going to get your family kid. I'm coming after who?
How did somebody like you end up in a place like this then?
God said, I wanted to make a channel. I wanted to make a music channel. And as I started to go through that, I had a testimony, which is an experience, ladies and gentlemen, that I had with, let's say, the spiritual realm of things. And it wasn't, dying in a hospital. No, it just happened. I was just hanging out on the driveway, smoking a cigarette. And there's a testimony. No drugs involved. Not even a gummy that night. But since then, Jeff, it's been, I found live streaming out in the Philippines early 2020, which was interesting. I was like, what is this? I don't even understand it, what this, but then some of them spoke English, and then I was like, all right, so make some friends out in the Philippines, and the Philippines led to the fucking, it's like the hip bone's connected to the right bone on different countries on YouTube all over the
And then
globe.
you ended up in the drama community.
And then one day, how did I get,
Vegas Valley.
yeah, I don't know how I landed into the drama community.
That's what I was asking, because if you're like positive vibration
The
and all
earliest
that,
of
how
the drama,
somebody like you would find
the
yourself there.
earliest of the
Answer
drama,
that question, Vinny. I can
earliest,
answer the question, Vinny. I think it was Vegas Valley who introduced the community to the drama community or whatever.
no, for me, it was, I used to do Silver and Gold with Doc, with Tabar over there, with Tommy 207 and shit. And that was prior to Vegas.
Speaking of Doc,
and while we were doing that, it wasn't like I was having drama or anything with them, but Doc was going through a whole, that whole, so, and then that's when I met Quick Vic through that whole connect. And then here we are.
Are you friends with, like, do you like Vic? Are you friends with him?
I like Vic. Yes, I do like Vic.
Vinny, did you know that Doc admitted to being an informant?
So what now?
He admitted that he was an informant.
Yeah, 23 years ago.
Yeah.
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 Believe that shit?
I mean, you know what? I don't even have anything to say about it. I mean, listen, if that makes him happy to pronounce or do whatever instead of, listen, I don't want to even talk about it. What I'm saying is, if you're still dwelling on things from 23 years ago, I'd start there. There's your problem. And I'm not saying there's any problem. I'm just saying anybody who wants to dwell and live in the past, even making announcements such as that kind of announcement, it's kind of odd.
I mean, what I'm trying to say is nobody would have known anything if it didn't come out of his mouth.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, yeah, it can go either way. Is he doing it for attention? Is he doing it for whatever? Does he feel like Doc's just cleaning his own house and whatever? Listen, at the end of the day, if that makes Doc feel good, that's what I'm about for Doc. I don't want to see any, as crazy as you motherfuckers can be sometimes. I can't tolerate everybody, but some of you guys I really do care for. At least it's going to be, if that, whatever you're doing makes you feel good, who am I to tell you not to do it? As silly as some of the things you constantly do, and I'm talking generalized, it is entertaining. I'll give it that, but let me tell you, Jeff, from Nunzio's standpoint of view, when I met Nunzio over at Quick Vic's, he is a completely different person in my eyes to who he is today.
Like a better person?
Correct.
So wait, you met him at Quick Vic's? I thought they hated each other.
No, Quick Vic's used to be a fucking real rocking place, man, to go. Me, Tommy D, Nunzio. There was a lot of fucking people. Cerrone would still come through. There's a lot of people going through around.
Sounds like a mob den.
It's like 3 years ago. Just over about 3 years ago now.
It was a mob, he said.
Yeah, it was.
Did y'all know that Vinny is not even Italian?
I'm a Heinz 57 bottle.
They said you was Irish.
Irish. I eat me Irish Spring. The only time when I wash me hair.
Half Mick, half Guinea.
Hey. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it in that was Maury too, with fucking Henry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking in an Irish accent, you get it. Oh, Henry boy, the pipes are calling. Maury's wings, they don't fall off.
Vinny, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I still have the same tendencies as I did then, but I am changed. I changed a little bit,
It's your demeanor mostly, Nunzio. It's what to be specific on things. It's your demeanor. I see yourself. You're very a little bit more restrained and not so as confrontive with people on this anymore, and knowing to at least be more level-headed into getting caught up in some bullshit, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it is nice to see that. It's nice to see people. I mean, we all want to grow somehow. I'm just proud to know some people.
No, they don't. A lot of people don't.
At least they're real. I know who they are. I know what they're about. I could give a fuck what they did in the past as long as they're not doing it now. And if I like you, I like you. That's it. right, Jeff? If you just like them, you just like somebody. That's it. You want to see them do well. Sometimes it's all right. Well, I'm not gonna cry if you get fucking hit by a bus tomorrow, gentlemen. I'm just wanting you to do well.
Well, if the tendencies were the same, what's
I'm
different?
not gonna cry if you get finny.
Right,
I'm saying I'm not gonna cry if you get finny. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
yeah, I've known now like five to seven, give or take, people that have croaked since I've started YouTube.
But were they croak at each other?
No, they just croaked. They're
Okay, well,
gone.
this is
They're
taking it
gone.
to a whole new
They
level.
got this it.
They're gone. They're gone, Jeff. They're gone.
Well,
But
Nunzio, you
anyways, it's
said that
like,
that you still have the same tendencies. So what's different? Like you're doing something different with the tendencies?
I'm just more controlled in the way I speak.
I like the avatar now. Yeah.
Thank you. It's a lying New Yorker, you know.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong. You can catch me on a bad day, though. You know what I'm saying?
I would
So,
have meant that on in my
We'll see the tendencies
That's
again.
my opinion. Look, the
yeah, you see really high. So I figured I'd this.
Well, how did you get to where you are today? How are you able to?
What do you mean by that, Jeff?
You said you're able to like keep more calm now or keep more control of them, but how did you suddenly
I don't give a fuck
become
about.
able to do that?
I don't give a fuck about the trolls. They come in, they run their mouth, they try to incite riots, they try to start arguments. I don't give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? So,
So it's internet stuff.
yeah.
You know, Jeff, it's very important when you're raising koi fish and you build a pond, you're not supposed to eat your pets. Public service announcement. Don't eat your koi fish.
I don't eat fish.
If you know, you know.
They're safe.
Yeah, I know about that. That's fucking comical, Vinny.
You see, Nunzio, that's how you do it, man. You see, you know what I'm saying? No notoriety. You talk about the person, they don't give them the notoriety. Well, now they know about who.
Yo, Vinny, did you know? Look what the cat dragged in. Did you know? Did you know that this guy ran up on him, unloaded like 6 shots into the guy's fucking head, right? And then walked over to the wife, struck her down while she was on the phone. Did you see the video?
On his stream.
Is this the Vegas thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch that one. I heard about it, but you see, it's just certain things I don't like to put my eyeballs on.
Because they ruin your positive vibe.
That's right, Jeff. It's, you know what it is? It's like, okay, you hear about it, but I ain't going down the rabbit hole. Because you could and you only make the rabbit hole as deep as you want it to be. Getting lost in certain
I wish I was that control of the rabbit hole. I just find myself in it. I don't even know how far down I am or how I got there.
But at least with you like to keep it pushing. You don't like to just keep stuck in neutral, right? You want to just inevitable change is good, and that's what's happened to a lot of people, especially knowing them for 5+ years now on this. Where, like I said, it's receipt time. It's the clip time. It's, oh no, this is what you did 3-4 years ago. You said this, and now you're here, and this and that, and that's what it's all about. It's like the hokey pokey. You put this in, you put this out, and then that's what it's all about.
And
And
shake
whoever
it
has
all
the
out.
biggest receipt and chip, as I call in the game, wins. Really, if you're a lying scumbag piece of shit and you're out there being a scumbag piece of shit, we're gonna figure out you're a scumbag piece of shit. When a lot of people find out they really are a scumbag piece of shit, and then when the whole world knows who they are because of their digital footprint, well, then you never know how people will act, like that lady astronaut or some people on a business trip. You never know, because then that's it. Then the whole galaxy in a
I
sense.
know, like
You're a
you have.
scumbag.
Where do you
You
go
know?
from that?
The difference when people like if you're a small group,
Probably on YouTube.
know, if you're an asshole, because usually assholes only have small groups of people anyway. Usually, but people are gonna have a hard time realizing their real life existence because they pretend
Vinny,
they pretend to be something they're not on this. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Vinny, this guy's in the chat saying you lied about this, you lied about that. Yo, Chris Jackson, why don't you go fuck yourself?
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I'm sorry, Chris Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Yes, I am a retired detective. Don't be mad. Don't be hating, Chris. Go eat one of your
That's
fucking
why.
fish. I think they're about done now, right? I think you got one of your koi on your barbecue.
But everybody on here could be lying. Nobody really
You
knows,
fat
Chris. We just
fucking
take people as
bastard.
they are, as they
Hey, that'll
present.
be easy on him. He's a fat fucking bastard.
Who, Chris Jackson?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Chris Jackson. You are so fat. Weed up all your koi pond fish.
Yeah.
He is definitely one. He was an early move that came across Quick Vic's channel. Yeah. Hey, listen, and the views and expressions of any pots and pans is only those of his, not of Nunzio's, not of Jeff's, not of anybody else. It's always good to just say, fuck it. I just represent myself. I don't have to stick with
Yeah,
nobody.
that's all I ever.
I like
expect
who I
people to
like. You
represent.
like who you like. If you don't like who I like, I'm not yelling at you. If you like someone I don't like, right? How childish. That's like playground shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to see you talking to him because he mad at me. Go fuck yourself. You're an adult. Are we not adults here? Right? So
Listen,
It does make me suspicious when people are connected to Dutchy, though.
listen.
who's connected to Dutchy?
To anybody. When I find out, I just see them differently.
Lindsay, I remember that fun night when we were at Ruru's.
Uh,
You and Vic and Tommy. I was up there. I forget a couple other people, and that's when the whole invasion of Dutchy and the Canada girls all fucking were hitting her chat, and you guys kept blocking it. She gave Vic or somebody like they had the
Hey,
big.
we got this guy, our friend
They
with
had
the
the big.
toys.
They had the big wrench in fucking in the channel, and they kept taking Dutchy out and all the Canada girls. That was good times. That was the introduction to Dutchy.
Vinny, did you know Dutchie was a prostitute?
No, I did not know.
Well, she's not here.
Right.
I don't want to waste my time talking about.
I mean, I'm not gonna take it for Nunzio. I heard a lot of To me, Dutchy, she's like a beautiful Godzilla. That's it.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Hey, B, say what's up?
She's a
Not
pretty
much. Hey,
Godzilla.
Vinny, good to see you, buddy.
Oh, he
Do y'all know
said.
each other too? Oh, the People's
You know what? I didn't
Podcast.
read it. I was looking
Are
at
you
the
part of
name.
that?
Yeah,
That's where Bradley comes
a
from.
lot of times I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, how was your time there with Filthy? Dirty. Filthy. Yeah, Filthy Phil. Yeah.
Oh, right. Y'all got together.
Yeah. Did you say?
Filthy
Oh,
Phil.
I heard you
but
say.
Jeff, did you see? Maybe you didn't see what happened later that night when
No.
we went on the podcast and we were messing around with everyone because no one knows that we ever had met before. So we were switching phones and switching locations like for a half hour, and no one knew what the hell was going on. And then we got together on the same camera, and it was really. Vinny, did you see that?
And which channel is it? Do you have a link to it?
Because
Yeah, I got it right here.
TPP and Eli is just a bag of garbage.
Okay, but this was a good moment,
I'm not
Vinny.
saying anything. That's all I'm saying. That's why.
I am not Vinny's daddy or school teacher or anything. Why are you telling me this? I'm not
Well,
asking Vinny anything.
if you want to just see something funny, go to the People's Podcast, and then it's episode 487. They do a podcast almost every day. Want to see it? Otherwise, I just came up to say hi to Vinny, and then I wanted to show you something since
It's good to see you, man.
we're talking Gen X here. I wanted to show you something I got out specifically for you.
Oh, what's the episode number you said?
Have fun on TPP. That's all.
487.
Okay. All right, what you got to show us?
All right, hang on.
Don't pour about.
Well, you know I'm all about the toys, right?
Yeah, I do.
So
Okay, wait. I'm looking.
today, hang on. I gotta plug my, hang on a second. I gotta plug my phone in before it goes dead.
All
But
right.
I got this out just for you, Jeff, just for
Oh my
you.
God, I'm excited.
He has all
Yeah,
the.
yeah, you should be.
BC has a lot of the old collectibles and shit. And he'd always bust out. This is the shit I do miss because he has got a lot of shit in his basement. But it's like organized old good shit. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yikes! I never had that toy.
So we're talking now 19. 2 plus 5 is 7. So yeah, 1977. You got your old Tonka toys, but these are all mine these are all mine
Oh yeah,
from that time. Now,
yeah,
I do remember that one.
I remember those.
you know, and they're all metal, but these now but I've stored them my entire life. But so you remember the metal dump truck,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, hang on.
So cool.
I think I had one with a crane as well, and I had like, I think they had like the.
Do you
Oh,
remember
Oh
the
no, we
the,
didn't have the tractor. That looks
the
almost
grader?
real.
The grader.
Oh wow.
And the grader, it even has a working steering on the grader.
Wow.
And the disc is adjustable. It's all loose now, but anyway, you had the grader. You don't think I'm done, do you?
we could use that for a big block of cheese. It'll grate it. Boom, boom.
Well, and check this out.
Oh yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, the swing.
You had that?
Yeah.
We didn't have anything that cool. Oh my god. I remember the erector sets had one of those.
Yeah, you wound it up, and you could if you crank
Oh
it,
my
it'll
god.
go up
No, we
and
didn't
down.
have
No,
that. The drag line.
it has a working mechanism. It actually you can pick up marbles and shit. It's got a working
Yeah.
Oh my
mechanism.
god. I would have been a lot better at skill
Yeah, there's
playing
the
if
wheel
I'd
thing.
had
You'd
that.
spin the wheel, it'll go up and down. Yeah, that's got
And
a
then you turn you can adjust the crane here, and then the rope with this one. Two different dials,
yeah.
and you like pull it out to adjust it, and then it has like a set pin where you push it back in to lock it.
Man, that is a sandbox pleaser.
Now, you bored, or you want to see one more?
No, yeah, you can show us one more.
Yeah, you would probably if he would ever if he was ever to unload that. He'd
All we
probably
had was the
oh, that's
dump truck.
collection.
Then you have the payloader, right,
Look at that.
with the dump.
Wow.
Can you see that? I can't. I'm not
Yeah,
looking.
yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So,
I know we didn't have that one because we would have been using it all the time too.
Yeah, this survived all this time. All right, hang on. I'm not even done yet.
Is that $1?
You remember this one? The tow truck with the dual.
No, we never had the tow truck. We had the little gas
headlights on
station,
it,
but we
the
never had the
super big
tow
round
truck.
headlights. The headlights on it. Yep. Oh no, that's like a four headlight system. I think I had one like that. Just had two.
Hey, Dom.
Hey, 24 hour. Call them up. What's the number?
Yeah. But anyway, and that's none of them. These are all mine from childhood. I never bought a single one of them, or I just kept them.
That's great, BC, man.
That's cool. I think it's cool. Thank
It
you.
is
I
cool.
appreciate that. I don't.
Coast Guard. I heard the Coast Guard say they're investigating. Someone might have put a hole in somebody else's little LED boat that night, and Phil's boat sank. So they think someone
Oh,
shot a torpedo from an old toy boat from across the lake
Are you talking about the short that I made?
No, I'm talking about when you were live here on Jeff's, and you guys were just putting the boats in the water, racing them around. That's what I remember.
Oh, yeah. And I just created a short.
Yeah,
With that.
But you
It's funny.
you were live with Phil. Was when you
yeah,
guys,
they were at the lake. They were, yeah, you're right. They were about to do their
Yeah.
boats.
yeah. But he won, Jeff, because I heard he torpedoed Phil's boat with a
Oh, I didn't even get that far.
toy aircraft.
Dom, yes, I had a stretch Armstrong and a stretch monster. And my sister bit the monster open.
So, Jeff, if you're really bored, look on my site and look at the shorts, and you can see the short I made of the while you were watching. You were right there when I made this short. So, believe it or not, that's why I'm asking you if you want to just look at it, because you were live when I.
Oh, you mean watch it?
Well, yeah, if you
Yeah.
want, play it.
Yeah, let's do that.
It happened while you were live, and you don't even know it.
You were laughing. You didn't know it. Oh, there's
We're
Phil.
about to watch you work.
Oh shit!
Salute.
Pimpin'
What's
ain't
up, Mr. Gen X?
Pimpin' ain't easy. It looks like pimpin' ain't
Pimp,
easy.
pimping ain't easy. Tell
All
him.
right,
Tell
which
him,
one
Vinny.
is it, Bisay? The last short?
The very first one, the very last one, yeah. With the
Super
porn.
fantastical.
It looks like he's out doing collections over there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell. Where's my money, prick? You better have my money.
All right, here we go. Wait,
Yo,
let me
tell
make
him, Vinny. Tell him. Where my fucking money at?
That's what he looks like. I'm not gonna do it.
It's my fucking money. I'm turning my grill on real quick.
Nice.
You what? Gorilla?
It's
My
cool.
grill.
Oh,
It's some
makes
gorilla.
way more sense.
Oh, the Miami Vice theme song. I love it.
Oh, it's not copyrighted, is it? Damn it.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna get a
not.
strike.
No.
It shouldn't be.
Fucking up over it.
It's 30
I
seconds.
swear to God, I'm gonna get an email. But that is cool.
Oh yeah, no, it's shorter.
I should have just muted
You're all
it.
right. It's too short. Yeah, but that's
Yeah, it's edited. I mean, if it says 30 seconds, you should be fine.
It's only 10 seconds, but whatever. Anyway, that was Phil. That was you and your son driving them
I know.
boats.
I know.
Listen.
I was there, motherfucker.
I heard Crockett got seasick and Tubbs.
Yo, look at Gen X. Gen X
I
is
just
on.
noticed what you were talking about. Okay.
It's great, Jeff. I love how Jeff keeps up with us.
Well, I have like three to five things taking up my attention right now.
That's good, though.
Phil's gonna don't show us though, Phil. But you know he's got the pastel pants. You know that Crockett and Tubbs wore.
I remember. I went on a college interview in a pastel outfit because of Miami Vice. And I
wore
did
the
not
fucking-
get the.
Yo, shout out to Vinny Pots and Pans, yo.
How you been,
I
Phil?
miss your fucking voice, motherfucker.
Same here, man. How you been? Good?
Salute.
What is?
I'm
let's
doing
see,
good,
who's
man.
this?
Same here. Yeah, you guys popped up that night we were over here. I was like, look at you guys.
I know. That was kind of
Is
funny.
that Star Wars?
Like Luke
This,
Skywalker.
this is the
That's what I
original Luke
thought.
Skywalker,
Wow.
yeah.
Actually, that looks like Sky Mooker.
It's so dirty, it looks like it's from a poor kid, you know?
Don't touch his space balls.
He looks like a peasant.
Spaceball. Someone say Spaceballs?
Space balls. Space balls of fire. That Miami Vice is a nice touch there.
Yeah, right, Vinny, right? It just worked out perfectly. Like the
I don't know if whoever you are, that should get your blood going. Like that's like, all right, I'm gonna get my shit done today, boys. Just play that, and just have that, theme song. You know, like you walk around like a theme song, like, and I'm gonna get you, sucker. You gotta walk around. You got to have a theme song. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're right about that shit.
Yeah, you get one good theme song, you get all your errands done, and then go fuck around.
I don't know. He didn't seem to do it that way, Austin. So I guess not.
Look,
He did it a way where people procreate and there's still random gay people that show up in
Dominic,
each generation.
look.
Ask him. I don't know.
Yo, Jeff.
Oh my God. I fucking miss Vinny in the background just saying random shit that makes me fucking laugh.
That's what he does. He
Uh,
has
I know, dude.
characters.
I totally understand him, and I haven't seen him in so long. It's so cool seeing him, and when I do see him, I appreciate him.
Phil, it's
I'm
been
actually,
over a year we met. It's over a year
yeah,
ago.
yeah. So it's like for me, it's just I appreciate it so much. It's like
Yeah.
even if you don't think it's funny, I fucking laugh anyways. Even
Yo,
if it's about me,
Well, thank you.
even if it's about me, I fucking laugh because
yo,
it's
Jeff,
fucking classic.
What's up?
check the backstage.
Oh,
Check the backstage.
what is this? I don't know, Nenzio. I don't know if I would
Play
play a
it,
random
Jeff.
video.
That's what
Play
you
it.
said about me.
Huh?
I don't know who that is.
So you had a good time? I was telling
Can you send me
B-Say,
the link to that one and I'll look at it?
Phil, I was telling B-Say that the Coast Guard was investigating a torpedo toy was shot across your bow and sunk your boat. That's why you lost the race. And then he discombobulated with Miami Vice theme song vibrations and frequencies. So that's what turned your boat upside down that night.
Yo, that was a crazy ass day. We fit a lot in about 8 hours, and we didn't even have enough time.
That was good, though. It's good to see you guys. You can see, like, you guys are still, like, looking at it. It's like, oh, shit. He's really, he's in front of my face now.
Yeah. Hey, Phil, do you think Jeff should play that clip or just leave it alone?
Nah, leave it alone. Well, let's go.
Yeah, maybe so.
But you know what? But hey, you know what's so funny, Vinny? That I left my house earlier. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be there at a certain time." I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll leave at this time. I should be there around the same time you get there."
Mhm.
But he called me. He's like, "Oh, I'm like a half hour out." I'll be like, "All right, cool. I just left." I told him. So I'm at his house already. You know what I'm saying? And like I meet his
Wait, you're at
mom.
somebody's house waiting
Yeah,
for him and
I'm
streaming
at
in
his
their
mom's house.
driveway?
I'm at his mom's house. I meet his mom. She's giving me the tour. We're around. We're going through the backyard. She showed me everything she did. And then here comes B say like beep beep. Like what the fuck? Phil's already fucking here. Holy fucking shit.
He's like, fooled you.
Yeah, I got your ass, motherfucker.
Gays can still procreate, Austin, and um, everybody's not gay, so I don't.
Hey, you
None
know
of
what?
the
Let them fucking
question's
think we're
not
gay. Let them
logical.
think we're fucking gay. I can give two fuck what the fuck they think.
Whatever. If I got man love for Phil, fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah.
It,
You know what? When he's fucking done, I'll put it in your mouth, motherfucker. How about that shit?
From the back, you heard.
From the back, you heard? Let
Nunzio,
him
who
know,
is
Vinny.
this?
Let him know, Vinny.
I miss the you heards. I don't get the you heards enough.
You heard?
There's not too many people hanging around that say you heards anymore.
Yeah, but when you do it here, it probably makes you think. You know what I mean? Like, oh, who the fuck's that motherfucker?
Take care, Dom. Good seeing you.
I did one night. I think I did a half hour straight of a character that just said you heard, Jeff, and so many
Oh my,
forms on TPP that one time.
oh man, that's kind of dope.
Cause he says a cowboy on a steel Tonka toy. He rides.
Hey, I'm at about 5%. I'm making dinner, but B say sent me a
At
text
those
that
people's house?
yeah, I just went into the house, bro. You don't know how I do it? That's how Puerto Ricans do it.
That's why he's filthy.
Yeah, that's why I'm filthy like that. I just went into the house. I took their fucking grill. I took their meat. I'm about to eat some quick before they get back home. I've been watching the block. They'll be here in about 35 minutes. I got to make sure everything's ready to go and bounce before they get home.
Yo, Phil.
Don't worry. I'll leave them a burger. Don't worry about it.
Like Santa Claus. Take a bite. One bite, Phil.
Yo, Phil. What part of Puerto Rico you from?
What's that, Carolina?
Okay. I'm from Ponce.
Buena-
I'm Italian.
Buenaventura. Yo, Buenaventura. Calle Delia. 41 Calle Delia. That's my great grandpa's house.
Nice.
And my other great grandpa's house in Bayamon. My mom's got it right now, but she's gonna probably put it up for sale. And I'm like, God damn. Because I mean, I like to have a house in Puerto Rico, man.
Yeah,
But the one but Carolina's nice. I like being out that way. Like I buy Luquillo and shit. And by Yunque, you know, like that area is nice because I mean, I just like it for like just chilling out, bro. Like being Luquillo here, Piedras, all that area, and you're close to the Vieques and all that, so it's kind of dope.
Yeah. That shit's dope.
But yeah, I used to go there every year, man. Yo, it's funny because I went to school in Massachusetts, but when school is over, we go to Puerto Rico all summer. You know what I mean? And live with the grandparents. And then around September, like 1st or 2nd,
Oh, you mean when you were
we
kids, when you were little?
yeah. Yeah, so then around September 1st, 2nd, when school started, my parents would come back to Puerto Rico that weekend, come get us. We go back together and we start school the next Monday.
Did you feel American? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
did it
it
confuse you?
don't change. What the fuck kind of question is that? That's a real question, but I guess yeah, I felt American. I'm still American. It's just a
Because
whole
if
other
they
country,
kept,
though.
I know, but if they kept taking you away to this other culture,
It's not another culture. It's like the culture still survives in the city you're living in, but you're living in with the family and you're living on an island versus living in this
so
Americanized side.
it
So
wasn't that weird being there
no,
versus the U.S.
No,
Puerto
Phil, be
Rican.
honest. It has to be important because you always said that you'd probably like to die in Puerto Rico someday.
No, I love to have a house in Puerto Rico just because I'm Puerto Rican and I would like to have property there. Like I would love to have my house there and eventually get old maybe or have a house I can just maybe die in or visit whenever I want. I don't want to go to a hotel or Airbnb. Like
Yeah,
I
I
want
can
to
see
have a
you
house.
as an old Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Just chill there and be like, yo, I can just walk down the street and be like, I was here as a kid and now I'm here as an old man. Like, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
But to be honest, the only difference is the food. You get way more better food options, and the culture's more alive. Where if you
In
get
Puerto Rico.
in Puerto Rico, if
Hmm.
you get the culture like in the city, you might get it, but it's just is spread out throughout the city. It ain't all over the place. Where in Puerto Rico, it's like it makes you feel proud. Like it makes you feel like you're there. Like this is where it all started at.
Yeah.
I don't know. So there is some cultural, I guess, but when you're there as a kid, you don't see it that way. You're just on vacation at grandpa's house, which happens to be you versus going on a car ride, 2 hours to go see grandma. It's on an airplane for 3 hours and you're there for 3 months, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
La Bella over there. You ever been to La Bella?
Yeah, La Perla. Fuck yeah. Matter of fact, I was there recently. I was there like what was that about a year and a half ago, bro? Maybe even 2 years. Uh, I was there and my nephew went to La Perla, and I was like, I don't want to go there. Like I don't need to go there. Like I've been there, but like that's one way in, one way out. And when you go in there, there's police all in the front, with fucking shotguns, M16s, full bulletproof vests. Like it's known for being drug and gang city, essentially.
Yeah,
Where
you
is
can't
this?
record or nothing like that over there, Los
Yeah,
Lobos over there. A lot of Lobos. You know what I'm saying? The gang over there,
yeah.
it's called Lobos.
Well, there's all kind of gangs in Puerto Rico, to be honest. But I mean,
They seem to be
all them
everywhere.
cats do weird things. Either way, like for me, I'm too grown for that shit. I'm trying to live my life and fucking have money. So like, I just spend my money where I gotta spend it, and just I go see it. Cool, that looks cool. That's some gangster shit. Fuck it, I ain't getting involved with that shit.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can't.
we
Spend
have
my fucking
somebody in the
house.
back, real quick. We have somebody in the back called I Get It. Does anybody know
I
this
don't know who that
person?
is.
And if you have first of all, you have to flash your cam. Second of all, if you have a channel, drop it in the back.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it, Gen X. I actually like that. You did it to me and BC.
yeah,
You got to
yep,
verify somebody,
yep,
and you're not gonna have somebody just coming up randomly.
We get too many
yep.
trolls and porn bombers, disruptors. Well, I got to see your face.
Yeah, the
All right, and you have a channel?
it's pretty nice though.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
But you can't bring any phones in there. You can't bring no recording. Like you can't record that shit up there.
Nah,
I might take a chance. I might give this guy a
yo.
chance.
All right, go ahead, Gen X. It's your channel.
All right, I
What
get.
is this? What are we doing here, guys? What is this?
Uh, have you been here before?
Nope.
Okay, we're an open panel of I don't know what are we? We're
Misfits.
yeah.
Section 8. We're called Section 8.
Oh, Section 8. Nice.
What's your story? What? How did you end up here?
I just searched open panel
Okay,
on
what's on
YouTube.
your mind?
I got money on my mind.
Mine on my money and my money
I
on my
don't think there's any
mind.
here.
Just working. I'm just out here
What do you
You
do?
work
working.
here right now?
Yeah, I'm working right now.
What kind of job gets you to go on fucking YouTube while you work?
Oh, I work for myself.
Okay, there we go. So
What do you
you're
do?
self-employed. Yeah.
Self-employed. Correct.
You run a porn shop or what?
No, I buy stuff and flip it.
Oh, you buy stuff and flip it. That's kind of a
Yeah,
porn shop. You ask me.
it could be, but no, it's not a porn
I mean,
shop.
I got you.
Yo, Jeff, play the video I got in the back.
Who is that, Nunzio?
Yo, why doesn't the guy his video on? The guy who's working. You
I
guys
like
own
Huh?
business.
I like
Well,
but I like that.
put your camera on, dog.
Flip it,
He don't have to
rub
do
it
it.
down. You gotta smack it up, then flip it, then rub it down.
Yo, that's what I'm gonna tell my girl. I'm like, I got a spatula. I'm gonna flip it, rub it. I'm gonna
Rub it,
flip it, smack it, rub it down. Oh no!
jack it up. Oh, flip that bitch and rub it down. Be
Look,
out.
what's going on in Los Angeles, man? What the heck?
That's the ice baby. You didn't hear about that shit?
Ice,
That's that
ice,
new vanilla
baby.
ice.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
this is going on.
There's a lot of YouTube streamers. They're streaming that right now.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's
Last week,
content.
It's a spectacle. That's why.
It
you heard
is.
about
And
what's
you don't
going
know how
on?
much of it is authentic and how much of it is
I
produced.
think it's a few little tiny incidents, and they're overblowing it and making it look like it's a citywide riot when it's really not.
But do
There's
you
a
think in
large
the
gathering right
process it
now.
becomes a citywide riot as a result?
Do
I
prostitutes
would. I'm glad I'm not there. I wouldn't want to be there.
Right?
Yeah. Yo, you heard what happened in Las Vegas?
What happened in
Yeah.
Las Vegas?
Some YouTuber was running his fucking mouth, and him and his wife got clapped.
By another YouTuber
When?
who was his rival,
Yesterday.
and he streamed it. In the Bellagio,
Like
right
how,
for the Bellagio, like right on the strip. This happened today.
how long? Oh, today?
Yeah,
These YouTube beefs are fucking serious, dude.
I know.
Can you Nunzio?
They-
And there's not even that much money in it,
Some of
dude.
them end up here. I fully expected to see people I knew in this article.
Nunzio,
That's
can
how
You
you
guys make
relieved I
like a
was that I didn't
you
know any
guys
of
make
these
like a
people.
few $100 a day. I mean, is it really like is it that serious?
Nunzio, can you
No,
imagine
just,
I
one
just
of
yo,
these,
Vinny, salute. What's going on, brother?
yeah, can you
give me
imagine
that
if one of
smile
them
there.
over by the Bellagio fountain, like let's just say that's where they would clip, and then they went back into the fountain. Can you imagine being the maintenance guy that has to fucking drain this fucking fountain? You know, like you could hear him bitching about, all the blood and shit would be in the fountain, right? Because he'd have to drain that
Fucking
big ass
YouTubers.
You
Yeah,
know?
you gotta clean that whole shit out.
So you can imagine like the person that would have to do it, like, son of a bitch, they clipping the people and the blood is all in the pool.
Do you guys have a clip of that? Do you guys have a clip of that stream? I kind of want to see it.
The
Oh,
platinum.
YouTube took it down.
You sons of a
I
No
think they.
bitch.
one, no one got a screen recording or anything, or
I
I
don't
got it on
know.
my channel.
you guys got it?
You have the actual video.
Yeah, I got the video of
Oh,
him.
I've definitely not played it, but I'll direct people to your channel. They can see it.
Yeah, I want to see that. That's content.
He walked right up to the guy and fucking flamed him. And then
That's
his
crazy.
head.
I wonder what it was. I wonder what it was that he said that just got him over the edge.
Did
So,
he
The
blow
guy,
his own brains out, or did he kill himself afterwards, or no?
No, he turned himself in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Went to the
come
police
on.
station, turned himself in.
Vinny, I'll tell you the story. What happened? The guy, him and him like they were trolling each other online, right? Then, Finney's crew seen one of Manny's crew, the kid Sin City's family, right? Slapped the phone out of his hand, and then Sin City family walked up to him and seen him on the strip. He was looking for him, ran up to him, caught him, walked by him. He was just watching the whole strip, didn't say a word. Seen the guy coming on. He basically was like, "Oh shit!" Pulled out his gun, lit him up, and then the girl was screaming hysterically, as they do, crying, hysterical, and
Right.
she got hit too.
Dang.
Damn.
What are the
He
odds?
fucked up.
I'll say it again. What are the odds?
Well, I
Yeah,
hope this is
Sometimes
not
that's
a
how
new
it happens,
norm,
though,
new
man.
normal.
Sometimes that's how it happens, though.
Hey, Phil, can you see this?
Imagine
Phil,
Chicago back in the
can you see
20s
that?
with the doors, the suicide doors.
See
Suicide doors
this, motherfuckers?
away.
Fuck you.
You just fucking stick your Tommy gun out and just start
Hey,
fucking.
hey, Beast, look at those flowers I told you about. Look how
Are
big they
you
are,
showing
dude.
us flowers? What is it? Let's see.
Look how
Hang
big
on.
my hand is.
Jeff, he's
Let me
giving
see if I
you.
can identify it. That's a Puerto Rican flower. No, you're not up there.
Oh, that's
Is it a
nice.
peony?
Yo, Beast, yeah. Beast, that's that flower your mom had at her house. So I
Oh,
was telling you with the ants on them, how big they get.
Yeah, those peonies had ants on them. They always have ants on them, huh?
Yeah,
they
I
have
go.
to.
I found out at Beast's mom's house. His mom told me they have to have them. If the ants crawling on them, like makes them bud, and once
Really?
they bud, the ants
Oh.
leave.
Are you gonna be able to get the burgers cooked before the family comes home?
No, they're already done.
Oh.
I put them 4 minutes on each side, and I put them in
While
They're
aluminum
you were
already
foil.
burned.
streaming, while you were
They're
talking to
already
us?
burned to a crisp. They're little pieces of charcoal by now.
Nah, I already
It's
got fries in the air fryer. I put fries in the air fryer when I
I bet
first
they're not
started.
as
It was
good as
20 minutes.
McDonald's.
Could you
Nah, they're
imagine
not, but it
thinking?
is what it is. I put some Puerto Rican sauce on it. Now they're really good, though.
Yo, could you imagine
Hey,
what
you know
that?
what though, Gen X? I tell you one thing, Gen X. If you ever go to Puerto Rico, go to a McDonald's, and the whole menu won't even be like the American menu. It will
Oh
be like the
right, remember we
American
looked
menu.
at it the other day. We were looking at the
Yeah,
McDonald's
dude, they
menus.
have so many different things, bro. Like
Yeah.
that you wouldn't even see in an American menu.
Still
Could
have
you
funny
imagine what
stuff.
the guy was thinking about when he got clipped? You know what I'm saying? And like, just because of this YouTube shit, people running their mouth on YouTube, they don't realize the repercussions that happen to their family.
Was he live at the same
Yeah, you
time?
gotta watch it.
Yeah.
People take it serious.
Yo, it happens all the time, man. I mean, we've seen another incident with another person that's
I
happening with.
heard he went
So
out with a bang.
They
it
streamed
happens
it.
all the time.
Nunzio, he went out with a bang.
Yeah,
You're
he
making me hungry, Phil. I got to get going here pretty quick. I gotta eat and big day tomorrow. I don't know what's up, but I'm gonna probably jump off here. Jen, X, and Vinny, Phil.
Listen. Hey, just tell them you already told me you're making spam and eggs. It's okay. I'll send the donation tomorrow.
Maybe that'd be
All right.
good.
What's the big day tomorrow?
Have fun, Bisa.
He's going to
All
the
right,
pawn
Vinny,
shop.
To the
It's the
pork
first of
chop?
the month,
Jeff.
the
It's
15th.
the moon.
Take care, be safe. Thanks for
Yep.
showing us your toys.
Later, dickhead.
Yeah, fuck off, Phil. You kiss my ass.
Nah, bro.
It's like grumpy
Hey,
old.
thanks for letting me on. I'm gonna hop off. I'll sub to the channel. You guys take it
Oh
easy.
yeah, appreciate it. We're usually here every day.
All right, cool. I'll sub. See you.
Take care. I get it.
Yeah, so the burgers are done. Wife's home,
That's
dog's
cool. I
home.
like that. He goes around. He just samples random panels until he finds ones that he
That's
likes.
how I found you.
I thought you came on because you saw a trackable or something.
Well, yeah, but I did the same thing. I found live panels, and I
Oh,
was
you were
like,
just
oh,
randomly looking for panel, and you happened to recognize a trackable.
yeah, and I just happened to,
Nice.
I found a track. I'm like, oh, track's on this panel. That's kind of like weird. I haven't seen him in a
Small
minute.
world.
I see him random other panels. I've been on other panels. I find him also, but I find him in the chat only. I don't find him on the panel.
Some of
And it
these people are
happened to be
everywhere. Like
that he
they're
was
literally
on the panel.
everywhere.
Yeah. So I started traveling too. So now I travel, and people recognize me from that. Like they recognize me from your panel, from another panel, and I just go around the streets same way.
The streets. The
Well,
streets. You heard?
the
Yo,
streets,
I got
yeah. Well,
paninis all down this whole fucking ridge. I got all kind of flowers growing in my house right now, dude. I like flowers, Gen X. Believe it or not. Like
I didn't. That caught me by surprise. Seeing you with that peony,
I got a whole
the
shitload.
softer side of you.
Like this is all flower bed.
Oh.
Hypothetically speaking, right? Say if one was to roll up on somebody, right? Boss baby. Let's just say boss baby, right? You know,
Go ahead.
and wipe him a fucking cross the street, right? All over YouTube, just wipe him down. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying, hit him, shoot him, right? Just basically just beat the fucking shit out of him, right? You know what I'm saying?
Why would you
Yeah,
want to capture a crime like that
What's the
on
question?
video? That
that's what I'm saying.
You
What's the
think it's a good idea?
No, I think it's that was my first thought of this thing is how stupid is this guy? Like what? It doesn't seem like he's
Yeah,
using his higher brain at all. He's just operating from lizard
I
brain.
can see Nunzio smiling behind the line. I can see it.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, like I see some shit like that.
Yeah,
Hypothetically speaking.
allegedly, it's your friend. The word allegedly gets you a long way.
Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly, I know somebody that happened to.
Allegedly this, allegedly that. You say that, you're good.
Yeah. Allegedly, he doesn't take a crowbar to his fucking forehead, and just drags
There's
him.
nothing that happens on this platform that deserves that. This is just we're all just interacting with words. None of it deserves that.
But I'm sure like something like what just happened on that boulevard in Vegas, which is kind of ironic though, Nunzio, right? Anyway, that it happened
You
there.
want to explain the situation? Why it's ironic?
But you could probably tell that just doesn't happen, on a couple of live streams getting to know somebody. That's like that had to have been years of just
It took over about a year for that to happen.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
It's just I can't.
That's
I mean, it could it? I mean, I could be completely off base on it, but usually an act like that, that's like over time. That's like I've had enough.
It's personal, more personal maybe.
Yeah, definitely personal. You got me right down to it.
Yeah.
It's not like randomly, oh, I've seen you on YouTube, I don't like you,
And turning
I'm gonna
himself
fuck you
into
up.
me too. Like
It's
this is what I'm
personal.
gonna do. He made his mind up. He said, "This is what I'm gonna do, and this is when I'm done doing it. Then I'm gonna just turn myself in, and that's it. My life is gonna take a completely different trajectory."
And I'm gonna oh
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's the choice he made, and here we are, right? But
Still-
it's not us. It's them. It's a story. But don't get bogged down on it because listen, only shit like that happens to people. And I'm not saying they deserve any of it, but there's
nobody
always
deserves
sides to
that.
everything, and so regardless, what this man did is definitely wrong for sure. But I'm just saying, like, it is just if you're to the person to that point where you're elevated, where you want to really reach out and touch someone physically, you got to really just self evaluate yourself and say, what am I doing as a human being in my life that like the person that's digitally getting me so upset where I could just X off and shut this fucking computer off. It's getting me so upset to the point where I want to go out and physically get in my car, physically make a plan, physically get a gun, get this, that, or the other, and physically go do something that's definitely going to land you in a place you don't want to be for years to come.
Right.
And
So, Vinny, it's like this.
to me, it's just not worth it because
Even if I do disconnect, you still got all these people running their fucking mouth and all that other shit. So the next person that does
you're always going to have murderers.
But this is America. We have the right to run our mouth.
I mean, a serial killer is a serial killer. I mean, people are going to beat people. People are going to do what they're going to do.
People running their mouth is not doing anything.
But it's whether he did it because of on YouTube, he was bound to do something of the sort. It was in the cards for the person to do the act and also the person receiving such act. In my opinion only.
I mean, it's like revenge, though. The guy had
because they
I think
both
the wife didn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I think the wife didn't deserve it.
They both.
It also seemed like content because this was planned. He wasn't. He was going out seeking this, and he was streaming.
But regardless,
so he had an idea of what to expect.
Right, but regardless, the plan should never be to take a life.
I agree. That's why I don't understand these idiots that do this.
So, but he did it to that guy on YouTube. That whatever. And I'm not saying the guy on YouTube.
I'm just not used. I was not raised in a way where that's how you solve problems.
He should have just beat his ass and called it a day, instead of pulling a fire.
It is part of life, though, right? It does happen.
It's not part of Like it
Jeff, I'm
hasn't
not
been part
talking
of my
about your
life or
world.
anybody I
In the
know. So
world
that's why
in
it's so
general,
weird.
Jeffrey, people walk up and fucking take people's heads off in 2025 today around the world.
Not
I
maybe around the world,
understand
but I'm
that in your
saying
world. I understand.
not the life that not the
I
part of
know you
life
don't
that
have.
I've.
I'm not talking to the compartmentalizing in your brain in your field of. It's not in mine either, and it's not even in Nunzio's. As a matter of fact, but I'm just saying there are murderers out there. There are
Right, but not in civilized society. That's not a normal thing.
no. They prey upon the civilized society. They're scumbag demons.
Yeah, I think he should have just personally beat the shit out of him. You know, that's what it was.
Wha-
I mean, but if
or just do nothing at all. People say run their mouth on YouTube at each other all day long, and people leave it alone, and
the reason
nothing
why
happens,
we
and the
don't
world
have to
spins,
engage
and
or
everything's
encounter
fine.
people like that is because we vibrate on a different frequency of positive ways in life and look at life through a
That's a really
nice
immature
perspective.
way to handle
You know, when you
feelings.
have love in your heart and compassion, it's kind of hard to take a life. If you're a true loving person that has compassion, it's
But even just beating someone up.
harder to take somebody's life. It should you just know right down inside this is wrong what I'm about to do. You just know.
Yeah,
Whether if it's worth it or not, it's just you and your soul. This is
Well,
what
don't worry, that would have been
wrong.
preferable.
You know, people should. I think most people who vibrate on frequencies like ours is you know,
And some operate on
be. And you know, and
reptile,
that's a true test of that's
gorilla
a true test of thing
frequencies.
because probably
yo, 4 odds, hit the link.
Who? Four eyes?
you know it's not easy to keep your mouth shut. It's not
But
easy.
you in America, and that's one thing I like about being here in this country, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. Is we get to we don't have to hold our
Right.
mouth. We get to
But it's
say all
easy.
that. We've
But for
created a
guys like
country where we
Israel,
get to
a
say
guy
what's
like
on our mind.
a guy who get people who grow up in a different environment where, and I'm talking like just growing up as going to school, the kids who want to fucking bully you in Brooklyn, Staten Island, the city. This is only my experience in Brooklyn. But yeah, you know, you're gonna go through a gauntlet of
For
such
being
things
Irish.
at a very young age to get a tough fucking skin. Of course you will. And some guy who grows up in fucking Kansas doesn't have that experience. He's a little light in the loafers. It's not making him a
But
bad guy. It's just God's got
why
people.
did you have to add the loafers?
I thought it would be funny.
You could have made your point. But
Thanks for noticing, Jeffrey.
but listen, I was bullied. I know people that are like they didn't turn out to be psychopaths.
No, but right, but that's your
This
experience.
is like a Batman villain
What I'm saying is
origin
for a guy
story.
like Nunzio or someone, myself, whoever, who've grown up in conditions as a child, you got to deal with other kids your age that was.
Were y'all fighting people on the playground for
Can I
talking
finish?
about you?
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm saying, Jeff, is that all through my life, people of my age, there was always scumbags of my age that I could remember. So whether I'm playing with my Matchbox cars or I'm fucking driving and getting my driver's license, the whole experience to today, there's always scumbags of my, age range or whatnot, and it's going to continue to be that way. Why? Because people are assholes, on no matter what it is. But everybody's perspective where you grow up. What I'm saying is for people like myself or Nunzio, who grew up in places where you did get your ass kicked and you learned how to fight or maybe stick up for yourself and say, this is wrong and stop this because I don't like that shit, right? So when you learn to do that to other human beings, that makes you a tougher person. But it's not to go across the street, Jeff, and go and take that head off. For me to cross the street and take some guy's head off is easy. It's easy now. As opposed to today, you know, it's very, very self-restraining and it feels good in a way, but it's for me, it's more of a hindrance to just hold back more. Like I feel the resistance of not wanting to take this person's head off than taking the person's head off. Like it's like I get that buildup and it's like poof, the epiphany just hits. It's like this isn't worth it. This person's not worth it. This conversation's not worth it. This family member's not worth it. This friend's not worth it. This relationship of a woman's not worth it. Get in where you fit in with it. It's just that point in time when you just say, fuck it. This is just not worth it ever to do anything that's going to hinder my progression forward because some schmuck, although I'd like to go over there and do that I learned to do as a kid, who took my lunch money or some shit like that.
Were you fighting as a kid, like on the
Yeah,
playground?
you're not listening. Yes.
My first fight was when I was 3 years old. I took
What?
somebody up and I body slammed them.
Yeah. First time I got punched in the face was in fucking a Catholic private school in the bathroom. I was like fucking 4th grade, 5th grade. Pow! I was like,
My
whoa!
God! Was it a Sicilian school?
Now who's being racist? Now Jeffrey. No, I'm kidding. Why is he gonna be lighting the loafers? Hey, I got your back. No.
What?
No, it's just a regular Catholic.
Nunzio, you sound like the aggressor at 3 years old. If you're body slamming people.
The kid owed him money, I heard. He went too far above the pig on that bet he made. He went around collecting.
Yeah,
You gotta have my money, player.
That's not even who is this kid? Because that's not even school. You're not even in school yet.
Nah, it was my next door neighbor.
What did he do?
So that's what I'm saying, Jeff. So whether we were doing it, which we were.
No,
like,
none of this is normal. What y'all are describing, none of it.
But what's normal to us is dealing with guys like that at our age currently.
That's something went wrong somewhere. Like
Something went
where were the adults?
Well, it's a school. And the last thing I ever wanted to do, what am I going to do? Go home and so by the time I'm thinking about, this fucking kid, he took my money, whatever the fuck he did, or she, from a higher grade, you got some fucking women out there.
Oh yeah, they.
Yeah, they think it's cute, and I liked it though. They used to pick me up, and I at least let them know it's beautiful. Anyway, so but I'm just saying, you fucking just do what you got to do, But even as that age, here we are today. I see more children as adults than I did when I was a child. I mean, it's crazy. These people out here today, especially looking through the mirrors and glass of this live stream. I mean, it really shows like people are fucking really scumbags. Well, just how stupid humanity is in a way.
Yeah,
it's just my
that's
view.
what I've been saying about it.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, Jeff, the same kid who punched me in the fucking face, and now I'm riding that bus to go home, and I'm like, that fucking kid. But by the time my doors opened up and I got off the bus and I'm going down, there's all my friends. Hey, and then I forget about that douchebag that I had to just spend eight hours over there with. And now I'm hanging out with the people I really enjoy, your real fucking friends from your neighborhood, and that's it. And you move on. You don't sit there and plan. Oh, I'm going to get that cocksucker down. Oh, I'm going to get him. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get him. Oh, I'm going to... No.
I guess some people do. Kane, it's what I'm saying is it's not the normal human condition for most people I know that I grew up with. It was not normal for people to be fighting or getting beat up or beating each other up.
Right, because they got their lunch money taken too.
But we weren't taking each other's lunch money. Like that didn't happen either.
Some of my friends that in the same incident, they didn't take it so well, and then they're in their kitchen table crying to their mommy while she's feeding them a glass of milk and cookies, trying to calm them the fuck down.
Benny, that would be crazy if I go home and tell my father.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be crazy.
That's what I mean by.
I don't believe the world is as savage as you'll make it sound, but
well, it does.
I see and hear stuff like this, and I wonder.
I can't say.
Maybe maybe I'm the sheltered one. But I thought mine was normal because like 90% of the people I know in my life.
Jeff, have you ever spoken to two guys who grew up in the city like this, having conversations like this? No. So that's why this is the experience. I've never spoken to someone like you.
I mean, I have friends that have grown up in cities, and I've lived in cities, but they didn't grow up getting beat up.
So that makes us unique then, right? Because we do exist. We are out there, and we're telling you, we can't make this shit up. This is what's going on.
And I don't think it's everybody in a city.
I'm not saying this everybody. I'm saying it happened to me in Nunzio.
And other people.
Fucking put your hands
I've heard this from other people.
I'm not taking this shit no more, and you're not taking my fucking book bag. You're not gonna fucking do this to me.
Did you tell the teachers or the principal like anything?
No. What am I gonna tell them for? What are they
doing? Well, see, that's the first thing I would have done was, hey, teacher, he just took my book bag. Billy, give him his book bag back and go to the office.
What's that going to do to me anyway? I think, what is this big giant woman going to do for me? Except now all the kids can think, now she's got. No, I think I'm gonna handle my own shit. I handle my own shit anywhere I go. I was taught to handle my own
Oh
shit.
no, that's
My family
okay. I'm
didn't
starting
do
to
it.
understand now.
You know, doing that to me, I always thought I was
Y'all were
good.
trying to live in a world without adult, like just
But
doing
some
your own thing.
people, they grow up early, like they want to tell everybody their problems, and then there's people such as myself, and maybe a guy like them, whatever. People that are out there, they just keep shit to themselves, and
Come on, on YouTube.
however they handle it, it's going to be handled one way or the other to make you feel good. Because
Kane, no, I have not seen that video.
internet god, you took my damn book bag. I knew it was you.
I do notice if there's one theme that runs through the panelverse and some of the stories I hear, especially stories about authority and the government and politicians, is that they've had very negative experiences at school.
Did I say I had a negative experience?
No, but a lot of people I talk to, it goes back. But you
I
you are
wouldn't
talking about
say I
how you were treated at
had a
school,
negative
though.
experience.
Maybe you enjoyed getting beat
Back
up and
on it.
having your lunch money
No, but
taken.
looking
To
back
me,
on
I
it,
was assuming it was negative.
no, but looking back on it now, if I didn't have every single fucking experience I've had since I've been popped out of my mother's, then I wouldn't be who I am here on the other end of this microphone today. Now, would I? So that's why everything's a blessing that I've gone through this far, because from this point, now is now. Now is now. Now is the correct time. There's no time. Now is right now on this panel, right now as I'm saying it. So moving forward from now, it's all about you. Do what makes you feel good. Understand people are out to fucking fuck you over. Get to the bottom. Trust your instincts. If your antenna goes up, go with that.
Mm.
And you can keep it all to yourself and not say a damn word about it and just see how it plays out. Whether it's a person, whether if it's anything, you know?
But their instincts are telling them to go
I'm just saying,
bash
if
this
your antenna
person's head
sticks
in.
up and however, you understand what I mean. I don't even know if people understand when I say when your antenna goes up or the hair on the back of your neck stands up. And that could be that's a good thing too. If the hair on the back of your neck stands up when you're looking at buying a lotto ticket, buy a fucking lotto ticket. It works either way.
Yeah.
The person gives you the heebie-jeebies, or you think creepy, or ooh, I wouldn't want to have. When you are talking and hanging out most of your hours with a person you would never want to be proud of introducing to people in your current circle of life, then you have to ask yourself, I do, why am I fucking hanging out with this person?
We
The
can't.
time.
We have a gay obsessed fan in the audience today. We can create life, Austin. We just don't. We just choose not to. We don't want to. But we can create life. Why are you so obsessed with gay people today?
Yo,
I don't even know who that is.
Vinny, you heard about the guy, Frank Cali,
No.
who got clipped by this kid I knew from Staten Island. I don't know him anymore, but Frank Cali, he was running the Beanos, right? And the kid ran up on him, ran his car into the guy, lit him up like 6 times. You know what I'm saying? And then he went on like a shooting spree. You know. So these are the fucking people I grew up around. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around
Dang.
killers, drug dealers, all that shit. I didn't grow up around fucking bums like DWA and fucking internet god. All these fucking blowjobs over here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up around 9 to 5 individuals. We may grow up in the fucking suburbs, but trust me, we didn't give a fuck about anything that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With fucking Mulan.
Everybody, like I said,
Dang.
has
We
their own
survived a
unique.
lot.
Everybody has their own unique way of how they got here. And what I mean by here is right now. No matter where you are, if you're listening to this fucking broadcast, you're a part of the frequency, wave of the universe somehow, because it is getting. It's just like each orb is what I would call of a analytic of what AI is doing with people who are watching such live streams like this, open panel live streaming.
Wait, what? AI's doing something to us?
Let me make it simplistic. Open panel live streaming is going to be one of the biggest fucking successful ventures YouTube is getting ready to launch off. Let's just put it that way. Oh, this paneling live streaming entertainment, not to sit there and listen to some guy's old ass videos, not to watch it some or just they're gonna want to have a sensible place that they find value in the entertainment, that they're spending their time, that they want to relax and enjoy them fucking selves. So no different how people over the years have come home after their nice shift of work, put their feet up with their TV dinner and watched and watched
Archie
and watched.
Bunker.
Now it's going to be the value of the entertaining that you're gonna have. What has the value? And I'm talking about like, any of the generations that are not Gen X.
Yo,
Right?
Gen X, pull this up in the back. I want to show the people. It's a news article.
I'm gonna take a union break. I'm listening now.
Gotcha. So this kid, Anthony, shot this guy, Frankie boy, right?
Is this YouTubers?
No. But yeah,
And are you saying like this is just the way people grow up?
this is where we grew up. We didn't grow up with a fucking.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds savage and it sounds like the jungle, like primitive life in the jungle, not life in a civilized society. And so it just seems like a different world.
Shit happens.
I can't imagine having to deal with daily violence. But you were body slamming people at 3 years old.
Firebomb house. Thing.
I don't know if it's fake, Joey, unless he's lying. I'm taking it at his word. Yeah, welcome.
What was that?
I didn't grow up that way, and it's hard to relate if you didn't. But I had friends that grew up with physical abuse from their parents, and I kind of had a window into that, and even that was there's no way I could have grown up that way. I would have found some way out of it to not have to grow up that way.
Yo, pull this up right here. Friends, so remember I was telling you guys, right? You know what I'm saying? He fucking pull that back up. This is the kid's house that they firebombed. They burned down his house. They try to burn down his house, okay? After killing the guy, Frank Cali, right? This is where the kid Anthony Carmelo used to live. They they were trying to burn his house down, you know? That's what they did.
So this is like that's why the thing on the Vegas Strip is not that out of the ordinary to you.
No.
Wow.
Federal authorities are investigating early morning blaze in Eltonville at a family home of the man charged with gunning down Staten Island mob boss. The Staten Island Advance SI Live has learned. Anthony Carmelo, 29, who was charged with second-degree murder in connection with the March 13, 2019 shooting of Gambino crime family boss Francesco Frankie Boy Cali, lived in a home that burned prior to his arrest. Online records for the City Department of Finance still list the family's member as an owner.
Yeah, Kane, that was my impression too. That he was stupid. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand why somebody would do something that reckless. And it wasn't even impulsive. Apparently this was planned over days. He had put some thought into this and was seeking this guy out. At least according to the articles I read. Because they had social media posts from days earlier. I think Joey, I think he's trying to give me insight into the
No, I
world.
grew up around these kids. This is a
Yeah.
troll in your chat. They're not real people. They see me on your panel and they want to troll me. That's what it is.
Oh, like they do with Mike.
Yeah.
Forgot. This is. Well, I have a lot of practice with Mike, so let me take care of this one.
Mm.
Hey, Jax. I could only have grown up that way if I didn't know anything different, and y'all didn't. That's all you. That's all y'all knew from an early age.
Most of these people
But
can't walk in my shoes. They're jealous. They're broke fucking bums or monkeys and all that other shit, right? You know what I'm saying? The gorillas, monkeys, whatever the
monkeys.
fuck you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? That's what
We
it
just called
is.
y'all gorillas.
Huh?
I see you just called them gorillas.
Oh yeah, the
Children,
gorilla.
we had agency. I had agency. I had way too much agency. I was always getting into shit when they left me alone. Well, Joey, I don't even care about all of that. I just take people how they show up on my panel, and if I'm able to have a conversation with them, and if
Me
they're
and
able to
Joe had a
respect the
great
channel and
conversation.
not
Me and
disrupt it,
Joe had a great conversation. We didn't need to take it any further, and that's that. We had a good talk, all that other
there
shit.
you go. They're
You
grown
know?
men.
Yeah. We didn't need to fight. You know what I'm saying? We bought beers, we had a drink, we had a great job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Kane, I did. I tried to, I was running away at about 9 years old. I remember I put all my stuffed animals in a big black hefty bag, and I told my mom that I'm running away to find my real parents. And then I walked across the street to my grandma's house and I spent the night. And in my mind, I was running away. And I was about like 8 or 9 when that happened. So
Yo,
yes, we did. The
yo,
kids I grew up with, we did have that kind of agency.
yo. I know who that is, and you better block it. You know what I'm saying? It's a monkey. She's a monkey.
Well,
Straight monkey.
I will time them out because they're persisting in their personal attacks.
Go ahead, monkey. Come under another soccer account, you fucking monkey.
What's their real name?
Do you still
Their
talk to
real.
Nah, I can't say it.
Why wouldn't you want people to know?
Are the
I
Canadian
can't.
girls still on your ass?
Huh?
Are the Canadians still on your ass?
Nah, it's not the Canadians.
She got the Canadian Mounties going after him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that most of that whole sector thing, I think they're all on Discord now.
Yeah. I'm in their Discord.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. They just run their fucking mouth about me on there. You know, I just laugh hysterical.
Yeah, I don't do any of the Discord stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all monkeys, so I don't even understand why that's an insult. To me, we're all monkeys.
You a
But I
monkey?
can also infer the context that he's using it in.
Yo.
Chef's a monkey. Shot
So
the
Jeff,
monkey. Dun, dun. I just heard that song the other day too by Peter Gabriel. The Shot the Monkey. Shot the
Shock the
monkey.
monkey.
Shot the monkey. Yeah. Shot it. You gotta shot that.
yo, Vinny.
Shot that monkey.
Yo, Vinny.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I did in Staten Island?
Nunzio, what haven't you done in Staten Island?
So some girl accused me, right? Yeah, I did. So anyway, some girl accused me of, hitting her in Staten Island, right? I didn't do that.
Recently?
No. This was in 2000, like a couple years ago, like when I was 29, around that age.
So it's old stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the motherfucker calls, finds out that I have another girl in my bed. I'm fucking her, right? And I'm fucking this girl. And, she gets jealous. She says that I have automatic weapons. I have drugs. I have this, that, and the third. So they come in with a no-knock warrant. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can just come in.
Yeah, so they did that. They're clearing the rooms upstairs. I
Just
had a
busted.
4 bedroom. I had a 4 bedroom house with a 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom house in Staten Island. Okay. Um.
Sorry, Vic. I did it again. Wrong person.
Anyway. 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 So I'm laying in my bed. I had this Medusa right next to me. You know what I'm saying, Vinny? Had a great night, and then the best part about it is they come in the house, they're looking for automatic weapons, they're looking for drugs. You know what they find? A fucking ninja star, a katana, a fucking 22 bullet, and ate the bud. Hmm.
She dropped a dime on you? This chick?
Yeah. Yeah. But I didn't get charged with nothing. I dropped it. They dropped the charges, everything, because it was a falsified case. Now these people on YouTube are reading the fucking there was an article out there. I made sure that the Staten Island Advance took it down. But it's one connected to Drita's husband, Lee. Lee, right? Lee. Uh, you know, and that's what it is. It's still connected because it's like a slew of shit. But anyway, I'm suing the fuck out of Staten Island Live Advance paper for the shit that they're putting out because it's a falsified case. They should have had all the evidence against me. They didn't have any fucking evidence against me. They just had a police report and all that other bullshit. And when the charge got dropped, that's it. You know?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the cops were like, "What the fuck? We did all this for just to recover that."
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Lulu, no, I'm not a racist.
Oh, Jeffrey, you racist? You racist, huh?
No, but that never stops people
You
that
a
are looking for
fancy.
racism from thinking you're
Jeffrey,
racist
that's a new
anyway.
character I'm working on. Old black lady
Or a
from the
Nazi, or a fascist, or whatever else.
an old black lady from the south.
Misogynist.
I'm sitting on my porch, peeling my peaches. Jeffrey, you sound a little racist there.
Well, I don't even know if he was purposely trying to troll, but he got you all riled up with that one.
I do declare.
Yeah. See? They all get mad. Yo, DWA, you fucking bald looking ass motherfucker.
Who's DW? Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I thought that was a woman.
Salute to DWA.
He could be a woman.
Oh no, like I thought they had chatted here before, and for some reason I thought they were female.
Yeah, he could be a
Sorry,
woman.
but I misgendered you. Sorry, I don't know y'all's
Don't worry about it.
genders.
He likes to wear wigs once in a while, so you
He's
didn't miss
fancy, Jeffrey. He's fancy like us.
Lulu, you're gonna get timed out.
He's a fancy troll.
All right, I'm gonna have to start wrapping up anyway.
All right, Nunzio, really good to see you and talk with you.
Really good to see you, cuz. Have a good one.
Out there. All right, and Jeff, thank you once again, man. God bless.
Vinny, as
Hello.
always.
Have a good one, Jeff.
You too, Nunzio. Take care. All right. That's it for tonight. Sorry I have to end early, but I gotta go be adult and responsible. Actually, let me end with a little story. There's we get a lot of new employees, a lot at work because there's a lot of turnover, and there was a young kid in there, and I was talking to him. He's 18 years old, and this is his first job, like fresh out of school. And I said, "Oh, wow! What is your impression of the world of work as an 18-year-old?" And he said, "Well, it's what you have to do to be an adult." He said something about being responsible for your own life, and like his perspective was so mature. To hear it from an 18-year-old, I'm like, damn. I know adults, probably most adults I know, could take a lesson from this kid. Like he wasn't black pilled about capitalism or society or slave prison mentality, whatever. Uh, and so that was that was good to hear. I have hope for the future when I run into people like him. All right, that's it for me tonight. I'm gonna go um, to sleep, obviously, and probably be out tomorrow. I think the problem is that when I do these streams after a full day of work, I'm not as sharp. I'm not as I'm not as like on it. And I wonder if that affects the streams. Oh well, we'll keep running the experiment. What's the wisdom of a child, Jack? Oh, the wisdom, the little 18-year-old. No, cause here's my thing. I'm gonna try to find out how much people will pay to have Mike on. If they want Mike on so bad, he could sit there in the back and cook like a meatball, and y'all could like bid to have him on or something. Or I'll set a YouTube goal, and when the goal is reached, then he can come on. And that way I get a little bit of scratch each day. And if he's going to be on the panel and turn into the Mike show, at least I'm getting compensated for it. And it only becomes the Mike show because there's nothing else to counterbalance when he tries to turn into the Mike show. If we had actual people having actual conversations, it wouldn't be the Mike show. Because every time it happens, every time we're involved in an in-depth discussion about a topic, notice what happens. All right. Take care, everybody. I'll probably be out tomorrow, but if I'm not, I'll be out the next day. See you then. And keep being cool. Just, I don't know, try to be your best. Don't let the tendencies and the urges and the beast. Like, I'm a Satanist, and I'm even telling you, don't completely fully let your beast run everything. Stay in the driver's seat. Stay in control, like the higher part of you. We need people like that. So the more you could do that, the more all of humanity benefits. All right. Good night, everybody. Take care.